Hey, it's T-Mann Tarot, and I am back with another tarot deck review. Please forgive me if I am sounding nasally and congested. We are going through all four of the seasons right now here in New York City. So, of course, because of that, I'm getting hit with allergies. So, just be kind to me, but I really wanted to get this done. It's a tarot deck that I had seen another creator post, and it's one that I was absolutely thrilled to see. I do really love a Rider-Waite-Smith style tarot deck, and this just spoke to me in a way that, because of the illustration style and because of the choice that the creator had made for this deck, really drew me in. I purchased this deck, and we are talking about today the Erenberg Tarot Deck. I feel like I'm Moira Rose every time I say this creator's deck. But the Erenberg Tarot Deck. I picked this up from my local Namaste bookshop here on West 14th Street here in New York City. But it is a US Games printed deck, so you can get it directly from US Games. If you want to order it online, I will link the US Games link in the description below. As I said, I had seen this from another tarot deck review from another creator. I had kind of enjoyed it. I had seen it multiple times in my local apothecary style store, where I get all of my decks from pretty much if I can. And the last time I was in there, I pointed it out. And then as I was waiting in line to check out with the few things I did have, I ran back and grabbed this for myself. And I said, you want to know what? I'm going to treat myself. So the Erenberg Tarot Deck offers a unique perspective on the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot from which it takes its inspiration. In contrast to traditional tarot scenes that prompt the viewer to look inward. Sorry, let's try that again. In contrast to traditional tarot scenes that prompt the viewer to look inward, the subjects in these cards are looking out at the readers, inviting them to join this journey to discover the fascinating stories and the mystical tales within the deck. The artwork also focuses on a key aspect of the card and illuminates vital elements and concepts, allowing the reader to delve deeper into the inner meanings, included 78 cards and 76-page illustrated guidebook with keywords for upright and reverse positions. So what caught my attention with this deck is the aspect of the fact that they took inspiration from the Rider-Waite-Smith, Pamela Coleman Smith illustrations and focused on one key aspect. As you can see here, this is an up-close image of the Page of Cups. So it was this notion that the creator chose to pinpoint something very specific in the deck. So here's the deck. Love the Argyle kind of, backing. It lends itself beautifully for uprights and inversions. It will not give you a hint ahead of time. And here's the Fool, right? So they are glossy, as you can see by the reflection in there. I will do my best. But you will see in the video as we dive deeper, there's not really a reflection on the cards, but, right? So it's the Magician, his eye, or it's the Fool, his eyes, and the hat, right? With the Argyle pattern in the back, right? Magician has the wand and the hat focusing above. Look, and his eyes are also looking up. It's this aspect that really drew me to these cards about they choosing to focus in on one small particular item about in the deck. You have a beautiful little guidebook, right, in the introduction by Steve Erenberg. He says, the founder of the US Games System, Inc., Stuart R. Kaplan, and I spent decades traveling the world together, exploring every antique shop and flea market along the way. We were two avid collectors with different perspectives. Me, an artist, and him, a tarot historian. During our travels, Stuart taught me about the tarot through his exuberant passion and impressive knowledge. Shortly after his passing, I was inspired to take a closer look at these amazing cards and found a wide variety of artistic interpretations. So right off the bat, I love that this was done with utmost respect, right? It feels very much like Steve wanted to do this as like an homage to his friend. And it kind of called to me when I was reading into this, because tarot found me through loss and grieving. My tarot journey kind of started around the same time as my mother-in-law passed away. But then 6 months later, my best friend passed away. And that's really when I took a giant leap into this and was like, you know what? This is where I want to find my footing, where it's going to help me find my voice, help me grieve. And it seems like that is very kindred to what has happened here. Let's continue. I also discovered the fascinating stories and mystical tales within the cards. Erenberg Tarot was inspired by the classic Rider-Waite Tarot and Pamela Coleman Smith's iconic illustrations. In Smith's tarot art, you are a viewer looking inward towards the scene. I wanted to turn that around and have the subjects of the cards looking back, inviting the reader to take the journey along with them. This deck focuses attention on some of the key aspects of the cards. A reader open to this approach may find a laser-like focus to this deck, one that may illuminate elements of a card that might otherwise be murky or overshadowed. The striking look is both bold and simple. Like vintage poster art, I only wish Stuart Kaplan was here to see him. And that's it. Everything is looking at you, right? So it seems very much, a way to just have things kind of maybe call you out, maybe have things look back at you. Here's a look at the High Priestess card, right? The High Priestess. I love that in the background, right? You have the tie to the pomegranates, right? She's looking at you. You have the moon crest. Let's dive. Let's just look, because it's one of the cards that I enjoy to look at. Here's the Lovers. You have the tree, you have fruit, you have hands tied together. Let's see what the Lovers card is talking about. The Lovers clasps hands illustrate joining of two people. The tree of knowledge of good and evil looms in the background, complete with a lurking serpent. This harkens back to Adam and Eve and the archetypal lessons of making choices. And there we go, friends. What I love to see the most is that the Lovers card focuses about choice, right? Adam and Eve and the archetypal lessons of making choices and living with the consequences. Love it. This card asks us to remember our connections to others. Its appearance may signify a necessity of making a choice, accepting consequences, or the coming together of two harmony. It's just, I love it. It's keywords, relationships, duality, choice, responsibility, and harmonic attraction. We have reversals of relationship imbalance, avoidance of responsibility, rigid dualism. So great. So we have this focus on choice, and it is just brilliantly done. Let's do my card. Actually, let's do the Scorpio card, which is death. which is one that I have come to embrace the most, and just saying, hey, this is the card that's me, that's the most authentic. Death. Death is an ending. Nothing is permanent. There are phases we are all familiar with, but how many of us truly accept them, right? Are you answering, like, are you paying attention to this? Are you avoiding? Death is slow. You can see it coming, right? Change is always coming. The death card reminds us of these facts, but also that life goes on, and with the death of one thing, another is born. Phoenix energy. Death urges us to let go and accept the cyclical nature of life, to not be afraid, and to let go of all the little corpses we cling to. Ooh, that's beautiful. I love that. Long after their usefulness is gone. It's giving a hoarder energy, right? Why are we holding on to things? Why don't we just embrace it and move on? Thank it for its time and its energy, and let it go. Let's see. Let's do Three of Swords. That's another good one. All right. Oh, short and sweet. All right. A human is in pain, and this card asks us fearlessly, asks us to fearlessly look at the origins of that distrust. How much of this anguish is due to another's words and actions, and how much might be due to our own thoughts? Ooh, right? It's asking us to consider where this kind of unrealistic expectation comes from, right? Whose fault is it, right? Is it ours or somebody else's? Can we maintain that, right? Mental anguish, hurtful words, betrayal are some keywords. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to actually sit and work with this deck. The Hanged Man, I love it. It's upside down feet. Because they stayed with the RWS imagery, we have, you have cups, coins, wands, and swords. There is no shift on it. So it is what it is. But the cards have a glossy finish. Let's give you what you want. How does it shuffle? New deck. Bends very easily. It fits nice in the hand. Beautiful shuffle. Love the smell of a fresh new deck too. But easy shuffling will work great for hand over hand. I can feel my voice starting to go. So friends, I can't wait to show you a closer image. Tyler Talks, take 2. In the next video is a closer look of all of the cards. Friends, I love you. Have a wonderful day. And as always, remember to breathe.